Okay guys, so you got to see that, and I wanted to, this is what's going on. Had a lot of Tesla dealerships, including them burning them down in some places, which is crazy. And you know, I made a video back when I was showing the burn area of Altadena, which is just about 2 miles away from here, and pointed out the fact that we had very little money to help those homeowners that lost everything, and it seemed like our money is going, our money is not protecting them, and we should be helping them more, considering that they're Americans that lost everything. And now I've spent like I said before, I've spent my entire adult life with never really seen anything that any president's done that has directly affected my life, other than my income taxes and some of the tax laws. But as far as you know, I mean, they Clinton gave that credit that you could sell your house and you wouldn't have to pay taxes on the $250,000 or $500,000 if you're a couple. But of course, that was 20 years ago. They've never done anything to adjust that. Now I see a president that's trying to change everything, and I don't really know the details of exactly what he's changing, except what's put up on the media, like you and I see. But I don't see anything particularly wrong with deporting people that are here illegally, considering every other country, if you're at any other country illegally, then it's kind of loud right obviously the country needed some change, that we are going in the direction of the criminals were breaking into businesses, they were being let out to jail the same day. We have thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of homeless people and people that are mentally ill and addicted to drugs living on the streets. And I've seen the country, in my opinion, from what I see in just my local vicinity, boots on the ground, is a failing healthcare system, a failing immigration system. Everything, it seems to be failing, considering the fact that they've had this catch and release program where people come here illegally and then get to stay here illegally. So I don't agree with that. You can't do that in other countries. I'm not sure why do they have to claim asylum here? Why couldn't they just claim asylum in the surrounding countries where they live? And because those other countries around them don't let illegals live there. So, and why come here and expect us to fix all their problems? We're an independent country, and I fought for this country, and I believe that America is the best. And kind of, I like the way somebody put it, if you put it out there that you come here and nobody's going to enforce the law, and you're going to have all this, you're going to make the standard income here is like the richest people in other countries, so you're going to have a higher standard of living, and you're going to provide a hand. Even our people that are living off the government have a and living on welfare system have a higher standard of living than people that are working and working very hard in other countries. And I feel that we made a land of opportunity, and I believe that we should have that opportunity, and people can come here and work hard and get educated and work their way up into the workplace and have opportunities. But we've also created another area where we've become the country where all the human trafficking comes, and all the criminals are selling drugs. Because let's face it, America buys everything. America is the biggest economy when it comes to purchasing of goods. So perhaps China might buy a lot of things because of the size of the country and the size of the population, but China is not going out and buying titanium bikes and buying real expensive stuff. Only the elite rich few would ever spend so much money on expensive hobbies, where in America you could be a low income earner and minimum wage income earner, and yet you somehow can afford a brand new car and a titanium bike or whatever. But you've worked for it, and I'm not saying you haven't worked for it, but I'm just saying those opportunities do not exist in other countries. And so we are the land of opportunity, and we've created a land of free, but we've created this land of free for freedom for people around the world without any due process or any following any laws. Yet the people that are part of our fiber and came here and worked all their lives and paid their taxes and built their homes and bought homes and bought all this stuff, got driver's license, got doctor's license, got don't have criminal convictions. The ones that are play by the rules are now supposed to absorb the failing of the government to or even the failing of other countries' government to manage their people. And I guess it comes down to people management. And I'm going to leave it at that, because I do feel strongly about this, and I don't like to make this channel political, but I just happened to see that anti-Trump thing, and I felt that had this been turned around and they had done an anti-Biden thing years ago, I don't know what they would boycott for Biden, but because he didn't really do much. But if they did boycott something, maybe boycott him doing nothing, and the status quo of allowing our homeless and our health care and all these other problems we have just to fester. Because I feel like all of our past politicians, where are they now? And who's speaking up? Who's saying anything? Do you hear former President Biden or former President Obama or any of the former presidents or any of the former legislators and even the current legislators? Do you hear them actually taking ownership and showing that there is accountability for programs that they're doing that are effective? And if they were in the corporate world and you're talking about a department and effective management of that department's budget and money, I think we would handle things different, and or we would see that how obscure the government is. But I don't really know. I'm just saying I think we would, and I'll leave it at that and talk to you guys later.